I'm Andrea. I live in the bush and I have 7 pussies. That got your attention, didn't it? Good. Because it's all politics from now on.
Oh.
Have you noticed how political correctness has gone absolutely berserk? It really has. I was listening to a discussion the other day as to whether the word black is offensive now. Well, I'm from the West Midlands, a part called the Black Country. And I was thinking, well, what can I call it then now? I was thinking, well, maybe we should follow America's lead, because America does have us on its lead, doesn't it? I think it took the symbol of the British bulldog a bit too literally. Britain, sit. Britain, walkers. Britain, attack Iraq. So I was thinking, okay, so America had this wonderful expression, people of colour. Sounds lovely, doesn't it? So let's call the Black Country the County of Colour. But then I thought, well, imagine all those American tourists and the confusion. And they look through the brochure and they think, oh, gee, honey, look, let's go visit Middle England. They have the County of Colour. Sounds exotic. Imagine their disappointment when they get there and they find that the place is as flat and boring as the accent. It's PC for you. And I think actually PC stands now for more like police control, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like I'm being controlled everywhere I go. No more so than on the tube. I feel like I'm 5 years of age. Mind the gap. Well, okay, actually, that's all right, because there is a ruddy grey abyss between the train and the platform, and you might do yourself a nasty little injury. And there's lots of those cockroaches around there, aren't there? Oh, no, they're called personal injury lawyers, aren't they? And they're all shagging that same woman, aren't they? Sue, Sue, Sue. So that's all right. But how about please stand clear of the closing doors? Now, I really take exception to that. Because what do you think I'm going to do? Stand there in the doorway and go, hey, let's test out whether my rubber shoulder pads are working today. Or, better still, I'll wedge myself nicely in the doorway, stick my arse up the carriage, and all the way from Clapham to Holborn, on the inside of the tunnels, I'll get a nice bum exfoliation. Nice, that's worth £2.50 a tube ticket, isn't it? And it's getting more and more expensive for less and less for service, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you must have been on the tube and you're a bit late, quite a bit fine, and suddenly you hear, this train terminates at the next station. Please alight from the train and continue your journey at street level. What does that mean, street level? It means you're walking, girl, that's what it means. Would you put up with that from any other service industry?
No.
So I'm a hairdresser. Thanks. So I'm a hairdresser. Right, sir, I've cut the fronts, I've cut the sides, but you have to do the back yourself. All right. 50 quid. You wouldn't, would you? But we put up with it from London Transport, don't we? A service paid for by the public, used by the public, and is screwing the public.
Yeah.
Oh, I know I'm on a bit of a rant, so I won't get shagged like that, but hey, you know, we're paying full whack for a service, and we're not getting service, so I ask you, who's been screwed? So, political correctness, yeah. I mean, why do we want to be politically correct? Why do we want to be correct in the eyes of politicians when they're all a bunch of lying, corrupt fuckers? If they want to go around being a racial social evangelist, then we'll just call them arse for short. Which brings me on to the election. Are you going to vote?
Yeah.
Like, we have such a choice, don't we? The election's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Only we do, don't we? There's only 3 in the frigging box. There's a smooth, cloying, annoying one. There's the one containing alcohol. And there's that nondescript one. You used to weight the box. Great choice. What a rip-off. But it's Blair that really gets me. Mr. Saccharin himself. And he said the war was justified against Iraq because he had divine guidance. You mean he heard voices? Well, hang on, anyone that hears voices nowadays is in an asylum, aren't they?
Yeah.
And a few hundred years ago, they were burnt at the stake as a witch. Blair Witch. Got a certain ring to it. So I think, actually, in the light of them being witches, we should go back to what they used to do, the ducking stool. The ducking stool was a simple contraption. They used to, if they were suspected witches, they used to dunk them in water. And if they drowned, well, then they're innocent. Dead, but innocent. And if they bob back up again, well, they were evil fuckers and burnt at the stake. So I think we should adopt this. We could turn it into a new Olympic sport for 2012. And we could get, what's her name? The most irritating girl on the box. Plain bollocks. Yeah. Okay, so it goes like this. Oh, Mr. Politician, I think you have been a naughty boy, haven't you? And you've been pinching pension funds to go servicing your parishes. How do you plead? Oh, it don't matter. Get to the ducking stool. We'll find out. Oh, no, look, it's floating. What do we do? Well, only shit floats. But shit makes very good fuel for fire. So we'll burn them as an Olympic torch and sign of hope to the rest of us that there really is light this side of the Channel Tunnel. I've been Andrea. You've been great for listening. Thank you very much.
One more time for Andrea. Yeah, Andrea. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah.